The movie tells the story of four close friends, Ren, Yu, Koyomi, and Kita, who have known each other since childhood. They attend the same high school and live in the same apartment complex, which makes their bond even stronger. Ren is a popular high school boy known for his good looks, and many girls at school admire him. Despite his popularity, Ren seems indifferent to others. Yu, on the other hand, is a shy and timid girl who always accompanies Ren, even though he can be rude to her at times. Little do they know, Ren and Yu secretly harbor feelings for each other but are too afraid to express them. Koyomi and Kita, who are well aware of Ren and Yu's situation, hide their own feelings while silently rooting for them. They do everything they can to support their best friends and bring them closer. One day, the group of friends organizes a scientific exhibition focused on chemical experiments, where students must form pairs. Yu, despite being an attractive girl who receives attention from many boys, lacks confidence and often declines their invitations. On that particular day, two male students ask Yu to join their chemical experiment group, but she turns them down, yearning to be paired with Ren. During the school break, Yu mustered up the courage to ask Ren if he would join her in a chemistry experiment group. Without any hesitation, Ren agreed, emphasizing that Yu couldn't possibly complete the task without his help. In reality, Ren had secretly wished to be in a group with Yu all along. Finally, the day of the scientific exhibition arrived, showcasing various chemical experiments. Unfortunately, Ren fell ill and wasn't feeling well. Despite Kita's suggestion that he should go home and rest, Ren insisted on participating. He didn't want to leave Yu alone, especially since she had been eagerly anticipating this event. Wearing a lab coat, Ren drew the attention and admiration of many female students. Meanwhile, Yu appeared nervous, knowing she would be performing the experiment alongside Ren. During the experiment, Yu made a mistake that resulted in Ren's right hand getting burned. Witnessing Ren's pain, Yu felt deeply worried and guilty for causing him harm. Later that night, Yu visited Ren's apartment to take care of him. However, Ren, not wanting to be pitied, asked Yu to return to her own apartment. Nevertheless, deep down, Ren hoped that Yu would stay by his side and spend the night with him. When Ren turned around, he realized that Yu wasn't in the room anymore and started searching for her, even checking under his bed. To his surprise, Yu had momentarily left to fetch a fresh cold compress for Ren. This thoughtful gesture embarrassed Ren, but it also made him realize his growing feelings for Yu. A few weeks passed and Yu and her family moved to a new house in a residential complex. It was there that she encountered Kazuma, a kind and handsome young man. Seeing Yu and her family busy with the move, Kazuma decided to lend a helping hand in carrying their belongings into the new house. As fate would have it, Kazuma became Yu's new neighbor, living right next to her. In another place, Ren feels deeply saddened by Yu's departure, even though he always treated her as he pleased. Witnessing Ren's distress, Koyomi suggests that he visit Yu at her new residence and try to reconcile with her. Encouraged by Koyomi and Kita's support, Ren gathers the courage to go see Yu at her new home. Upon arriving, Ren notices the close interaction between Yu and Kazuma, which sparks intense jealousy within him. Reacting impulsively, Ren grabs a box that Kazuma brought and demands that he leave. However, Kazuma dislikes Ren's immature behavior and refuses to let go of the box. Yu, caught in the middle of the conflict, becomes confused and unsure of what to do. Frustrated, Ren decides to leave Yu behind. The following morning, Yu approaches Ren and apologizes for the previous day's incident. However, Ren remains angry and accuses her of being flirtatious. Kita and Koyomi, who witness the fight between Yu and Ren, are left bewildered as they are unaware of the events that took place. In the evening, Ren, restless with thoughts of Yu, decides to call her. However, when the call connects, Ren pretends to have dialed the wrong number and promptly hangs up. Yu becomes puzzled by Ren's recent indecisiveness. Meanwhile, Yu's mother enters her room and introduces Kazuma as her new study tutor. Kazuma, being one of the brightest students in his school, is assigned to help Yu with her studies. Surprised by her mother's sudden decision, Yu feels nervous while studying with Kazuma. At school, Ren continues to display indifference towards Yu and avoids her. Witnessing this, Kita and Koyomi make efforts to calm Yu down and offer comfort. When Ren returns home from school, he spots Kazuma waiting for Yu at the school, intending to walk her home. Ren warns Kazuma to stay away from Yu, claiming that she belongs to him. Unfazed by Ren's words, Kazuma declares that he will make Yu fall in love with him and treat her better than Ren ever did. Later that night, Koyomi and Kita visit Ren's apartment and inform him that Yu is currently taking private lessons with Kazuma at his house. Koyomi encourages Ren to fight for Yu's love and not let her slip away to Kazuma. Determined, Ren and Kazuma engage in a competition to teach Yu and assist her with her assignments. Shortly thereafter, Kazuma's younger sister, Mika, enters Kazuma's room to return his cell phone. Upon seeing Ren for the first time, Mika becomes immediately infatuated and falls in love with him. After Mika left Kazuma's room, tension lingered between Ren and Kazuma. While teaching Yu, Ren constantly nagged and teased her. Concerned, Kazuma tried to intervene, urging Ren to stop being rude to Yu. Kazuma believed that Ren's behavior had made Yu less confident and timid. Annoyed once again, Ren chose to leave Kazuma's house. Witnessing Yu's flustered state, Koyomi stepped in to calm her down. Later, Koyomi approached Kazuma, asking him to come out and have a conversation. Koyomi explained the importance of not interfering in Ren and Yu's relationship. Strangely, Kazuma dismissed Koyomi's words, considering them silly while praising Koyomi's beauty. The following day, a female student from another class approached Ren and requested a private conversation. Aware that the girl intended to confess her feelings to him, Ren agreed and arranged to meet her behind the school building. Ren also called Yu to meet him at the same location, purposefully planning to win her back. Shortly after, Yu arrived behind the school building and observed Ren conversing with the other female student. Hidden from their sight, Yu listened quietly. Ren's suspicions were confirmed. The girl indeed had romantic feelings for him and wanted to confess. Unfortunately for her, Ren rejected her confession, stating that he was currently dating Yu. Hearing this revelation, Yu was shocked and found it hard to believe. Ren approached her and explained that he had pretended to consider her his girlfriend to ward off other students who bothered him. He then asked Yu to play along as his fake girlfriend and act romantic in front of others for the next few weeks. Naively, Yu agreed to become Ren's pretend girlfriend. The next day, Ren began treating Yu with utmost romance. He would even hold her hand intentionally, publicly stating that they were already dating, especially in front of Kazuma. From that day forward, Ren frequently invited Yu on outings and dates. One day, Ren invites Yu to sleep together, but Yu feels uneasy and saddened by Ren's sudden change in attitude. She suspects that Ren is only trying to take advantage of her. Witnessing Yu's reaction, Ren becomes angry and frustrated with her. That night, Kazuma invites Koyomi and Yu to spend their summer vacation at his grandfather's house. Koyomi agrees to the invitation on the condition that Ren and Kida also join. When the summer vacation arrives, Kazuma and the five of them embark on the journey to Kazuma's grandfather's place. However, the atmosphere on the bus becomes tense as Ren and Yu avoid speaking to each other and making eye contact. Upon arriving at the village, Yu suddenly reminisces about her childhood with Ren in that very place. She remembers that Ren had buried valuable treasures in the village forest long ago. Determined to change Ren's perception of her, Yu decides to search for his precious treasure. While the others enjoy their meal together, Yu ventures into the forest, eagerly looking for Ren's treasure. Kazuma and the rest of the group grow worried as time passes and Yu has not returned to the inn. They fear that she might be in danger in the forest. Concerned, Koyomi contacts Ren, who is exploring the forest area with Mika, asking for their help in finding Yu. However, Ren responds indifferently and shows no concern, choosing to continue his journey with Mika. As time passed, Ren couldn't shake off his concern for Yu and started feeling troubled despite his apparent annoyance. Observing Ren's restlessness, Mika attempted to cheer him up and began to flirt with him. In response, Ren pushed Mika against a tree trunk and leaned closer to her face. However, their moment was abruptly interrupted by a voice coming from another direction. It was Yu, who had become limp with sadness upon witnessing the intimacy between Ren and Mika. Startled, Ren rushed to Yu's side, realizing that she had seen the scene, but Yu, feeling jealous, glared at Ren in annoyance and mentioned something about a heart-shaped stone before swiftly leaving him and Mika behind. Shortly thereafter, Kazuma, Koyomi, and Kida ventured into the forest to search for Yu. When they met Ren, he claimed that he was the only one who could locate Yu since he knew where she might be. It became clear that Ren had understood the significance of Yu's words regarding the heart-shaped stone, a clue to his long-buried treasure in the forest. As day turned into night, Yu continued her quest to find Ren's precious treasure. Eventually, Ren finally encountered Yu and promptly invited her to a place with a heart-shaped stone. There, he apologized to Yu for forgetting their shared childhood memories. Ren then proceeded to find a small log to dig around the heart-shaped stone, hoping to uncover his treasure. Despite their efforts, they couldn't locate the treasure even after searching the area around the rock. Witnessing Ren's distress, Yu decided to lend him a hand in the search. After a thorough search, you finally discovered the precious treasure that Ren had buried. When they opened the box, they found a small duck-shaped figurine inside. Ren explained that he chose a duck because he knew it was Yu's favorite animal and symbolized how much she meant to him. Ren had intentionally kept the duck statue as a symbol of their connection. He handed the duck statue to Yu and expressed his desire for her to be with him. As if destiny was aligned, a meteor shower illuminated the sky that night, enhancing the beauty of the atmosphere. Ren found himself envisioning a proposal to Yu. On that enchanting night, Ren and Yu finally shared a kiss, professing their love for each other. Micah, who witnessed this moment, felt a tinge of sadness and sought comfort in Kita's embrace. Meanwhile, Kazuma and Koyomi started developing an interest in each other. Now that Ren and Yu had become a couple, the possibility arose that Koyomi and Kazuma would soon embark on their own love story. The moral of the story is that being honest and talking openly about your feelings can help overcome misunderstandings and strengthen relationships. Trust and understanding between friends are also important, and sometimes love can come from unexpected places.